many, many, many countries around, and I think it's great. The audience are great all over the world.
I think I see more similarities than differences when it comes to a theater performance in front of an audience, because our performance has no language barrier, so people all around the world can see it and relate to what we are talking about. So for me, I see more things that are common between different cultures and different people when it comes to being an audience in a theater performance. And we love to be here in China.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we all know that you found a strong equivalence between trees and books. And you collect almost 1,000 old books. Instead of being thrown to the garbage, you recycle them into sad objects and papers. So we wonder that what made you do this and insist on doing this, because we all know that collect these old books and recycle them is not a very easy job.
The equivalence between books and trees is really physically, because when you open a book and you read it, so it tells you a story. And we think that also when you look at trees, so they tell you stories. Like the letters you have inside of a book, you have signs on the track of the tree and the leaves. And the leaves are like the pages inside the book. And you know that other people had some relationship with the book or the trees, because it has interaction. So these are the similarities. And the reason why we recycled all those books into the story was to keep the material alive, to take the books that once were alive, once were trees, and maintain the essence of a live material. So that was the reason behind the choice that we made.
Also, all the books that you are seeing here are telling the story of many trees, but also the story of the tree that you saw here. And also the Jewish and Israel, we call ourselves the nation Am HaSefer, the nation of the books. So we love books in Israel so much. So maybe it's another reason also.
Wow, that's great.
And I think this show was very interesting, talented, and moving. And the most powerful thing is that it made us think about relationship between human and nature, between love and being loved. So I wonder, what are your inner thoughts when you perform this show today?
Today, the question was what we thought today? Or?
Yes. What is your inner thought?
Yeah. I always think about the choices that we make and a price that we have to pay for our choices. So during the performance, I'm not necessarily thinking about it all the time, but sometimes my emotions are getting almost equivalent with the emotions of the puppet that I manipulate, and I think to myself how important it is that everyone will understand that each and every action that we are making has impact on others, and that was my main thought today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And what do you think of the influence of this puppet show on adults and children?
The influence
Yes.
on adults and children.
Do you think that's different or sometimes similar?
I think there is no that big difference between children and adults. but maybe the plays can be different. But in this show, actually, adults can see things that maybe the children are not thinking of. I mean, adults can think about philosophical things, and the children will think about some other maybe simple things, and it's okay.
I think that the story is about being fair and unfair. And when it comes to this theme of being fair or unfair, so adult as much, adult the same as children can relate to this emotion. Because when they realize that something is unfair, they know it. Whether they are child or adults, they know that when someone is being unfair to another, this is not good. So this is the similarities between adult and children. I think they take the essence of the performance and they feel the same about it. So this is the similarity. And the difference can be that maybe adults are more aware of things in life that children didn't experience yet. So they don't know that if you go to work and you don't fulfill yourself and you don't feel happy, it's bad. This is something that maybe children don't know yet.
Yes.
So it's like saying to them, please pay attention, look at the character, look at the puppet. If you do things that you are not, you don't believe in them, so don't do it because it will not make you happy.
Yes, I
Thank
can't
you.
agree more with you. And you know that this puppet show, when all was green, is a play without words, but with a lot of sensitivity and soul. I think that it is really difficult to succeed in touching people's heart, but you did it. So I wonder if you can share something with us that what do you think is the biggest difficulty or challenge in resonate with people and let audience understand what you want to convey?
First of all, thank you for it.
The biggest challenge is to be as clear as possible when you don't use words.
Yes.
This is the challenge, but this is also the big advantage. Because when you don't use words, you let other people think by themselves. You don't tell them what to think. You don't tell them what to feel. So you leave them a space to process with themselves during the performance what they are seeing on stage, and they have their own original thoughts. So I think that this is the most unique thing about plays with no words, non-verbal communication.
Yes, exactly.
And the music, of course, help us a lot.
Yes. The music is wonderful and very suitable. And we know that GTIT is an engineering college, and we have 3 majors: chemical engineering, biotechnology and food engineering, material and science engineering. So students here have big ambition to change the state of environment and contribute to our country. So do you have some suggestion or some experience that want to share with the student here?
First of all, I think it's wonderful that you commit your profession and your life to making improvements in your society and your environment.
So important.
I think today the environment is very important because if we will keep on not paying attention to our surroundings, we will keep on damaging whatever we have. So my main thing that I would like to say to the students is, you chose well, and
It's also interesting.
and it's very
so
interesting,
important.
very challenging. I think this is the future. So thank you for saving
Help
the future.
the planet, please. Continue, help the planet.
We will.
Do it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank
That
you
will
so
be all.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
It's our pleasure.